fumble recovery. Named defensive captain in the 1981 season, please welcome Bobby Jackson, New York Jets.
Yeah, baby!
How you guys and ladies doing tonight? Hey man, you made me feel like I can run again. I know I heard. Okay. We got a speedy out here. I heard he's pretty quick. Keep my eye on it. Number 23 right there with the Giants. But first of all, I'm happy to be here. That I was invited just to talk for just a few minutes. I don't want you guys to cool down. I know you want to get back out to the competition. I like to see you guys using your energy in a positive way. I'm from Georgia, by the way. You can tell by my accent. Anybody say, yeah, old country boy, yeah. I'm from Georgia. I've been in New York since 1978. I was drafted by the Jets in the 6th round of that draft. That was back when they had 12 rounds. I played my college career at Florida State University. I was Deion Sanders. Before Deion Sanders, it was me. We went to the same school. Darrelle Revis. Before Darrelle Revis, it was me. Okay, matter of fact, the interception that Darrelle got last night tied my record on the Jets on the list. So next one he get, he'll break the record. I'm gonna make sure I kind of heard him or something, so he can't do that. But really, I grew up in a little town called Albany, Georgia. You probably never heard of it, but it's a small town named after Albany, New York. I grew up in the project. Well, I moved to the project when I went to the high school. I grew up in a neighborhood that was. We were more like neighborhood. That was Washington Home Projects, Holly Home Projects, that was CME, where I was from. I'm not going to tell you what CME stands for, but it was not a positive thing. I was raised by my grandmother. She kept me out of trouble. My father was in my life, and I'm the oldest of 7. But the bottom line is that I'm no different than you guys and ladies. I mean, if you have dreams and goals in life, my ticket to playing college football, playing in the pros, because I was a very good student first. And I know you probably got to say, well, I don't want to hear that. So now you say, hey, that's what it's all about. Look at it this way. I'm an ex-football player now. I retired in '87. I played 9 years, started all 9 years with the Jets. But then there came a time that I had to leave football, so I had to go back on my education. And that's what carried me to this end. I work for Model Sporting Goods now in marketing, which I'll be leaving pretty soon. I've been with them almost 20 years in marketing. What I do is I support youth organizations. I work with the PAL in Nassau and Suffolk counties, and also anytime I get a chance to work with the police and also the organization that support, that's what I'm about, because we need to support each other. All this positive energy, all this energy you got out here, I see some good athletes out here. I can see even some of the police officers. You guys are good athletes too. No. Yeah, he said no. But the key thing is, you gotta, it's really, my talk is basically going to be real quick. I don't want to go through all my accomplishments and all of this and that and the other, but it's basically, I'm going to boil it down to really 4 things that really set the tone for me in my life. And I think it's 4 things. You know these 4 things, or follow these 4 rules, you'll be successful, whatever it is you want to be. Number 1, you got to decide what it is that you want in life. You got to have goals. You got to be willing to sacrifice and put in time and effort to make those goals become a reality. I had a lot of friends who were not positive influences in my life, and I hung with them because that was part of where I came from. But I knew when it was time to go the other way when all these negative things happened. But you got to have goals. You got to decide what you want. Number 2, you got to decide what you're willing to give up in order to get what you want. For me, it was hanging around with some negative people. Like I said, I'm the oldest of 7. I got 4 brothers. All of my brothers have extensive criminal records. And because of their activity, matter of fact, I have 2 in jail right now. Okay? The only reason that I didn't end up that way is because I had respect for my grandmother, who I feared more than anybody else. And she always told me that whatever my name is Jackson. He said, that name, when you walk out the house, carry that name with respect. And back where I came from, the whole neighborhood raised you. So I got disciplined by the people in the neighborhood that looked after me when my grandmother was working, cleaning other people's houses. And then when she came home and found out I had did something, I got punished again. And it was good because it deterred me from having a life of, where I had limited choices. And that's what happens when you go out and do wrong things, is that you have a track record that follows you. So you don't want to limit yourself. So Decide what you want. Decide what you're willing to give up in order to get what you want. Number two, you got to have a plan to succeed. If you don't have a plan to succeed, you're working on one to fail. And the last thing is you got to start and never quit. In these games, you might be winning in the beginning, right? Somebody make a big play, now you're losing. Just like the Jets last night. I thought they were going to lose that game. They were dominating the whole time. They kept them in.
That's your mouth. I have faith all the way.
All right. I got faith, but I'm just saying, that was a minute there you thought, as great as they were playing, they were going to blow the game. Like they've done. But no, it's a new, when Darrell Reeves came back, Darrell is a personal friend of mine. He's a great, great guy. I'm glad to see him back in New York. Although he's going to pass me on the all-time list, that's fine. And have a better guy to do that. But he's going to bring that championship form here because he won a championship with the Patriots last year, right? So look at that team now. They got a new, trust me, they're not the same old Jets. They're not the same old Jets. Giants are having a little problem this year. I got any Giant fans out here? Got a few? Okay, listen. I don't want to rag on the Giants. I cheer for the Giants when they're not playing the Jets. All right, I have a lot of good friends on the Giants team, but the key thing is, listen, just have fun out here. Go to school, get your education, get the best education you can, stay out of trouble, have fun, don't try to grow up too fast. You know what I mean? I'm almost 60 years old. Do I look almost 60? Anybody?
No.
Somebody been like, he said, yeah. I know I'm always going. But I'll be 59 in December. God willing, I'll be 60 next year, but I feel like I'm still in my 30s, but I still work out, I'm in good shape. I see you guys running around out here, it makes me want to play. Maybe I'll come out here. Could I come out here and play in the game with you guys one day? Would y'all let me play a little bit? I'm only good for one game though.
You got to square you up.
Y'all got to square me in? All right. All right.
Yeah, we got a
All I
great
want to
team
say is,
for you.
look.
We got you.
I just want to say, look, just do the best that you can, man. Keep trying, keep mind, stay out of trouble, have some goals and have a goal like me. I want to get my grandmother out of the project. While I was playing football, I didn't know how good I was, but I worked pretty hard and I got real good. I made all the math and all that, but the key thing is this. The reason why I played football is because I wanted to not embarrass my family, but I wanted to do something special for my family. All right? And the number one thing is I wanted my grandmother to get out of the project. So, to close my story, after my second year in the league, after I bought my own car, because I walked all my life. Walked. Didn't have a car, I had a bicycle for a while, but I walked most of it. The Jets drafted me. The very first car I bought, what do you think it was? Chevy Close. That was my dad's car. No, I bought a BMW. I was the first black guy with a BMW on the Jets. But my point is this. The next thing I did was I went back home and I lied to my grandmother. I told her that I wanted to move back home. So I took her shopping for a house. This is a story I want you to have. I'm going to end it. I took her shopping for a house and we found this nice house, fruit trees in the backyard and all that good stuff. And I know she liked that house. We saw a lot of it. So I took her back to the projects where we were living. And I said, I'll be back. She thought I was going to hang out with my friends at that time. I went to the real estate person, paid the money for the house, went back and got the keys, got my grandmother. I said, let's go back and look at that house again. And when we went to the door, we walked to the door, I gave her the keys. And the look on her face for all those times that I didn't want to practice when I was hurt. And I had a broken collarbone and I broke my forearm. All those times, the times that I wanted to quit playing football. To see the look in her face when I told her that was her house, it was worth all of this. You understand what I'm saying? But I wouldn't have been able to do none of that if I was out doing the wrong things like some of my friends who are incarcerated, or some of them not even with me right now. So promise me that you'll do the best you can for your grandmother, your father, your mom, your aunt, whoever it is that's taking care of you, that's looking out for you. All right, make sure you're the example for them. Your brothers, your sisters, your cousins. Make sure you're the example that they want to follow, okay? And I promise I'll come back again and work on it a little bit more so I can be in shape to play one of these games, okay? So thanks for listening to me.